Hey y'all, Rick Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punch Wally Garage. Good morning. How you doing? Okay. Today is Friday, March the 8th, 2024, year of our Lord, season number 2, episode number 68. In today's show, we will talk about my Mema, a clown, and Brooklyn. Let's go. In my life, the 366 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas. The Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 1973. In 1973, my brother and I were 16 and 17 years old. I was thinking about my Mema. I think about my Mema a lot. That's my mom's mom. She was a big part in helping raise my brother and I. And I remember going over to her house, and she would make us something to eat, and a lot of times I'd go over there on Sunday and watch the Cowboy game with her. Well, the problem was she loved the Cowboys, but she got nervous as a cat in a room full of dogs. So her habit was, when the Cowboys were playing, if it was a close game, she couldn't stand to watch it, but she couldn't stand not to watch it. So she couldn't just sit there in the chair and scream and holler like the rest of us. She would get up and vacuum. Yes, vacuum. And she would vacuum where she could watch the TV. And I would say, Mema, we can't hear the Cowboy game. You're vacuuming. I'm sorry. And she'd turn the vacuum off, and she'd sit there and watch that game, and something bad would happen. She'd say, I can't watch this. And she'd walk away, and she'd come back. She'd turn that vacuum on, and she'd walk away, and she'd come back. And I would say, I don't understand. You say you don't want to watch the Cowboy game, but you still watch it. It was, I guess, her nervous habit. She wouldn't watch the game from the chair. She would watch it from the other room, sticking her head through the door, or vacuuming, or walking around, or pacing the floors. Y'all ever seen something like that before? I guess it's just a nervous habit. When I watch the game, and I watch them up here, I can't, I guess like Mema, I hadn't thought about it till now. I work out. So when I'm watching the game, I have weights, and I'll stand up and I'll do some weights, or whatever, while I'm watching the game. I can't just sit there. And I hadn't thought about Mema that way, but I guess it was like her version of vacuuming. I guess I learned something about myself today. All right. Let's check that chuck. You big old... Ooh, look at that, Flame Boy. Look at that. Yeah. I don't like to brag, but see what you've got here is another pair of flame chucks. How many you got, Rick? I don't want to say. My wife may be listening. So you've got an orange, fade to darker orange, fade to darker orange, fade to red. Black high tops, white stitching, black and white, Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star 70 logo, white toe, white sole, double black racing stripes. These flames could use a pinstripe. 2 vent holes, look how far apart they are. White shoestrings, one eye down, double knotted for safety. These are, say it with me, y'all, these are some handsome chucks. Okay, let's take a look around my office. What do you got here, buddy? What you got there? How about that? So this is Cleophas.
I want to ride the roller coaster, but they say I'm too short. I wish I could be taller.
Okay. Look at his eyes moving and his mouth moving. Uh-oh.
Really working. Okay, it's not. I need to quit while I'm ahead. Never mind. I just realized I'm afraid of heights.
Might could use a toothbrush there. Cleophas. Okay, yeah, that's... I've had that clown. I'm going to say 20-something years. And lots of people are afraid of it when I'm showing them my office. And a lot of kids like it. But he's been with me for a long time and it still works fine. Okay, how about a dad joke? If I agreed with you, we'd both be wrong. And my pop used to say that to me and Rand. That was basically a way of telling us to shut up, I guess. Strokers Dallas merch, merch.com. Check us out. Tonight is Friday, so that means Maverick Harley-Davidson, Longhorn Harley-Davidson bike night here at Strokers Ice House. We do tours at 4:30 on Friday. I'd love to see you. I'd love to give you the show around. The big nickel tour. The nickel tour is free. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. Not everything that you face can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. What does that mean, Rick Fairless? That means you got to do it. That means that you may have to face an uncomfortable situation. Forgot to take that pill. Put her right there. That means you might have to face an uncomfortable situation and say it like it is. Okay? Whether it's dealing with a coworker or your boss or your neighbor or somebody in your family. Or maybe it's dealing with yourself. Maybe you just have to face something that you do that you don't want to do. Face yourself. That may be the hardest person to face right there. I don't know. But it's true. Not everything you face can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. True. I'm looking for sponsors for this show. If you're interested in sponsoring my show, shoot me an email, rick@strokersdallas.com. I'd love to talk to you. See what we can work out. All right, I'm going to leave you with this. So my favorite show of all time was The Honeymooners. So Ralph and Alice Cramden supposedly lived at 328 Chauncey Street, apartment 3A in Brooklyn. But there really is a 328 Chauncey Street, apartment 3A in Brooklyn. And a lady by the name of Shirlene Conway actually lived there. And she said that every single day, people would show up at her door, knock, and ask if Alice or Ralph was home. And that, boys and girls, is the rest of the story. That's the power of that TV, I guess. Usually they change the address, but this time I guess they used an actual address. All right, I got to quit clowning around. I got to go. Love you, bye. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.